limited sportsmen. These are the lower point limited sportsmen who are eligible to qualify for the main event. Starter Junior Niles handling the flags for heat number 1. He gives the drivers the all clear as they stage on the backstretch. We look for a start. Coming out of turn number 4, you'll notice a faint stripe over there. The drivers know that it is in the vicinity of that stripe. But the flagman will give them the start if everything is order, and the green is out. 3 wide out of turn 4, just momentarily. Side by side, Jim Shaw with a slight advantage from the inside. Now Wayne Poland right up to take over the second place position. Here comes Joe Grant up to third. Scott Gucci now challenging. He gets into the back end of the number 9, and they go round and round. 95 Oklafano up over the side of the number 9. We have a wheel off of the car, and that quick we are into a caution. Little contact between 3 and 4. Down in the infield. I think the wheel got farther in that lap than the car did. They have gone nowhere yet. Still to complete 1 full lap under green. This is a 15-lap qualifier, heat number 1, limited sportsman. Dave Jackson back from a quick visit to pit road. Green is out. Poland with a slight advantage as they cross the stripe. He works the 00 in the outside groove, takes over the point out of turn number 2. Jim Shaw right at his back bumper. Alan Burraby runs third. Robert Perry is in the 85. Joe Grant on the outside trying to get a handle on that 5th place position. Alan Burraby on the move as he works to the outside of the 16 of Jim Shaw. They go wheel to wheel out of turn 2 on the backstretch. Burraby with the advantage from the outside. He is followed by Perry in the number 85. Wayne Poland all by problems on the number 50. Alan Burraby decks right on a pit road. What a tough break by Alan Burraby as he was running strong in that 2nd place position. Cars tangle in turn 4. They do a nice job of straightening it out. Jim Shaw on the low side. Normally Scott Chapman in the number 85. We were given Robert Perry as the driver. Kind of looks like Scott Chapman to me, but Robert Perry is what we have. He goes 2nd. Poland with about a half straightaway lead. The 85 trying to reel him in. Andy Gayu now goes 3rd in the number 92. 3 wide racing as Larry Vose gets it way up over the stripe. Trying to make time out there in that 3rd groove. Alton Meserve trying to find room below the 16, and it just wasn't there. Cars strung out now as they this qualifying event for the Sportsman division. Andy Gayu in the 92 trying to reel in the number 85. Jackson in the number 98. Working to the outside now of Joe Grant. The number 5 slips just a little bit. Larry Vose gets under the 98. We are at the halfway point. 8 down, 7 to go. Continues to be a comfortable lead for Wayne Poland in the 00. Robert Perry continues to hold off Andy Gayu as the top 3 have just broken away from the rest of the field. Then in that 2nd group, it is Joe Grant with all kinds of pressure from Larry Vose in the 67. Vose dives to the inside, trying to find room beneath the number 9, and he finds a slot. Will take over that 4th place position. Alton Meserve muscles under the number 9 to try to fill that 5th place position. Dave Jackson now trying to follow suit. Couldn't find the room beneath. the number 9. Flagman indicates just 2 laps to go. Wayne Poland with a comfortable lead will exit turn 4. White flag comes out, 1 lap to go. Wayne Poland, Andy Yeyu, Robin Perry, Larry Votes, and Alton Meserve, your top 5. Pretty secure in those positions, and that's a dangerous thing to say in the sport of auto racing. Because that old saying, it's never over till it's over. There's the checkered flag for Wayne Poland as he captures the first qualifying event of the night in the Limited Sportsman division. Been a real strong runner in this division with that 00. Put on a side-by-side race with David Raymond, and they put on quite a show. Did a nice job of running wheel-to-wheel, lap after lap. Poland with the 2nd place finisher in last week's feature event. Flagman wants a bumper-to-bumper, wheel-to-wheel start as those cars come into turn number 4. Mitch Brown in a Mopar product, the only one in this division, and on his outside the 1 Ford, the number 51 of Ford Thunderbird. Flagman gives them the green as they come into turn number 4. Mitch Brown jumps into a quick lead. Doug Shores trying to make a bid on the outside as they approach the backstretch. Doug Shores was the winningest driver in this division in 1992, a 6-time feature winner. Draws it even down into turn number 1. Mitch Brown to the low side in the 04, Doug Shores in the number 51. And they have quickly put some distance on the rest of this division in heat number 1. Continues to be Mitch Brown from the low side. Holding off Doug Shores in the number 51. Then it's Jerome Bushy in the 18. Side-by-side battle for position number 4. Danny Palmer gets the advantage as Tim Maloney on his outside. Brian McClure looking for racing room down low in the number 25. Danny Palmer on the move as he ducks under the number 18 to challenge for that 3rd place position. Danny Palmer not going to give it up easily. Flagman indicates they'll be coming to the halfway point. 10-lap qualifier. It will be 5 down, 5 to go when they cross the stripe. Doug Shore is going to try it once again as he dives to the outside. Takes it wide in turn number 1. Lead continues to be in the hands of Mitch Brown in the 04. Doing a nice job of holding off Doug Shore is always a hard charger in the number 51. Now on the move on the outside, Brian McClure in the number 25. This young man has been a hard charger over the last few weeks. Got a bit of a late start in the 93 season, is actually making his return to racing after a few years away. Has been impressive in the number 25. 2 challenges in the process. Doug Shore is still challenging Brown for the lead. And on the outside, Brian McClure challenging for that, well, 4th place position, looking to 3rd as he looks to the outside of the number 93. But he has Tim Maloney diving to the inside. That will set him back 1 position. White flag is out. They are in their last lap. Mitch Brown, about a fender lead over Doug Shores in the number 51. Here they come to turn number 4. Flagman has the checkered flag out. Mitch Brown will hang on. Does a nice job of nailing that first qualifying heat. Doug Shores is 2nd. Danny Palmer 3rd. Tim Maloney to 4th. And Brian McClure rounds out the top 5. Row 3 rookie Butch Buzzell in the number 5. And to his outside, Rick Furnett in the 54. Then comes Andy Lude in the number 56. And the first heat is rounded out by David Culprit in the number 8. Heat number 1 for the late model division. Once again, these are your lower point drivers coming into tonight's meet. Flagman Eddie Welch gives the drivers the all clear 10-lap qualifier. Scott Watts, Gary Pulsifer on the front row. They come to turn 4. The green is out. Problems on the bad machine as he fails to get the car underway. Scott Watts jumps into a quick lead. Gary Pulsifer runs second. Tim Land is third. Butch Buzzell the fourth. And Andy Lude rounds out the top 5. Very bad with mechanical problems before this race got underway. Off the pace. Hopefully nothing serious on the 0. Scott Watts shows the way. Former modified competitor here at the Speedway for a number of years. Youngster hails from Seabrook, New Hampshire. Makes the haul here to the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway weekly. Always a hard charger. As a veteran at his rear bumper now, Gary Pulsifer, longtime late model competitor around the state of Maine, the number 41. Mentioned Tim Land, one of the owners and drivers who need to be commended along with their crew for the job they did putting the car back together. Had to replace the entire rear clip on the number 16. Said he was having trouble getting it back the way he wants it. And obviously the car a little off the pace. Halfway point, 5 down, 5 to go. Continues to be Scott Watts, Gary Pulsifer, now rookie Butch Buzzell, who's been a strong runner in this number 5. Andy Lude races to 4th, and Rick Furnett rounds out the top 5. The Rick Furnett crew, another commended crew. You were here last week. He ended up in the concrete here right at the start-finish line, along with Mike Mayetta Jr., and both of the teams did a nice job repairing the cars and right back here without missing a race meet. Well, things have tightened up for that second-place competitor, Gary Pulsifer, as Butch Buzzell now puts the pressure on. Just 2 laps to go this time by. Butch Buzzell in the Larry Netto prepared number 5, rookie in this division. Doing a nice job in 93 with this late model. White flag is down. Butch Buzzell took a look beneath the number 41. Couldn't quite find the room, but we'll take a look once again. Andy Lude brings it right up to the back of the number 5. Checkered flag out. Scott Watts, Gary Pulsifer, Butch Buzzell, Andy Lude, and Rick Furnett, the top 5. The 88 is driven by Mike Field, the 0, Wayne Whitten, the number 7, Steve Berry Jr., the 93, Dave Langless, the 39, Dwight Shepard, and in the number 94, your current point leader, Dennis Hall. Heat number 2, these are your high point men. 15 laps on tap. Flagman Eddie Welch gives the drivers the all clear as they glance over from the backstretch. Heat number 2, 15 laps on tap. Jim Genron, Chuck Willoughby bring the field to turn 4. Flagman looks him over, says hold it even. Green is out. Tim Gendron with a quick jump. Chuck Willoughby right at the back bumper. Here comes rookie Bill Panett to the outside. Cars tangle in turn number 2. Problems on the Jeff Morgan car as he has to come to almost a complete stop. Gets it back underway. 3 wide out of turn number 4. Problems on the Danny Palmer, number 24. Denny Bubar, rather. Chuck Willoughby now on the move as he takes a bid to the outside of race leader Tim Gendron. Tucks it back in. He has Bill Panett with a bid to the outside now. Panett in his rookie year has been outstanding in the number 6. Top three remain the same, but here comes Keith Lovejoy now as he dives beneath the 6 of Bill Panett. The 13 way up to the top of the track. Problems on the Ed Gallant machine. Side-by-side battle for that runner-up position. Keith Lovejoy will take it over from the inside. That drops Chuck Willoughby back to a battle for third with Bill Panett. Panett is going to take that over from the low side. Here comes Dennis Quinn to grab position number 4. Quinn already a feature winner in 1993. Always a hard charger in the 06, and he is on the move. Also on the move, the number 88 of Mike Field, along with Steve Berry in the number 7. High Point men start from the tail end of the lineup. And obviously the challenge is to work their way up from the back of the pack. And believe me, in this High Point heat, that is no easy task. All of these cars capable of being feature winners. And it is tough to advance. Keith Lovejoy doing a nice job in the 03 as he works to the outside of Tim Genren in the number 12. Jeff Morgan off the pace with a number 7. Obviously problems on the number 70. Halfway mark. Bill Panett gets sideways, does a nice job of hanging on to the number 6. 8 down and 7 to go now in this second qualifier in the limited sportsman division. Mike Field, as the car just about shuts down on him, trying to nurse that car back onto the pit road. Meanwhile, Tim Genren doing a nice job of hanging onto the point, has had all kinds of pressure from Keith Lovejoy and Bill Panett. They go side by side now for that runner-up position. Battle is for second. Bill Panett in the number 6, Keith Lovejoy in the 03. They continue to go at it side by side. Three wide down the front stretch. Dennis Hall down on the low side. Willie Boucher and Steve Berry went 3 wide. Steve Berry had to back out of it with a number 7 as he was on the outside of that line of 3 cars. Flagman indicates it will be just 2 to go this next time by. Tim Genren continues to hold the point. Bill Panett in second. Keith Lovejoy is third. Dennis Quinn fourth, and Chuck Willoughby rounds out the top 5. And the top 5 have put a little distance on the rest of the pack. Bill Panett now looking for room down low. They will see the white flag come down. Three-way battle now. Panett once again gets it a little sideways. Checkered flag is out. It will be Tim Genren. It looked like Bill Panett, Keith Lovejoy. Talk about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And this young man has experienced both here. Then comes Richard Pelton in the 27. Dave Sprague in the number 1. The 92 champion in the number 7. Kevin Durgan. To his outside, Steve Howard in the 03. Willie Elliott in the 08, and rookie and current point leader in the number 14, Don Colbert. This young man has been nothing but sensational in this Super Sportsman division. I mentioned he is a rookie in this division, and he is also the current point leader. So that'll tell you a little bit about how that number 14's been performing. Well, right now we get the all clear and we're ready to go. At turn 4. Green is out. Phil Weeks shows the way. He has Dave Bath at his rear bumper. Then Russ Johnson with a slight advantage for that third place position. Here comes Richard Pelton in the 27. Pelton down low looking for racing room beneath Russ Johnson, and he finds it. Phil Weeks with a challenge from Dave Bath on the outside. Pelton working beneath the 19 of Russ Johnson. Top 6 go side by side. Dave Bath trying to get up there and draw it even with Phil Weeks. Here comes Richard Pelton in the 27. Pelton getting to the low side of the number 5. They go wheel to wheel now for the runner-up position. Phil Weeks, the 92 Rookie of the Year in this Super Sportsman division. Has all kinds of pressure from Richard Pelton in the 27. Dave Bath in the number 5. Pelton momentarily boxed in as he sits at the back bumper of the number 9, has the number 5 to his outside. Forest City Super Sportsman Series, your high point men, heat number 2, halfway point. 5 down, 5 to go. Dave Bath continues the march up the outside. Draws it even down into turn number 3. Weeks hangs on at turn number 4. Almost 3 wide as Weeks goes a little bit into that middle groove. Pelton looked to the low side but decided better of it. Dave Bath once again trying to draw it even to the outside of the number 9. Flagman indicates just 2 to go. Who is it going to be? Will Phil Weeks hang on to it, or will Dave Bath get a bite on the outside? 8 down and 2 to go, 3 wide for a moment. Pelton backs out of it once again. Here comes Dave Bath, drawing it even on the backstretch. Pelton down low, going to make it 3 wide if he can find room. No room. White flag is out. Dave Bath with a fender ahead on a turn 2. Here comes Pelton up the inside. 3 wide. 3 wide on a turn number 4. Who's it going to be? Pelton sideways. Dave Bath from the outside. Pelton, Weeks, Durgan, and it looked like Steve Howard. Woo! What a Super Sportsman qualifier. Imagine throw in heat number 1, and what a feature event it's going to be tonight. Mike Johnson in the number 33. Then at the inside of row 4, a former champion and 2-time winner already in 93, Mike Mayetta Sr. And to his outside, his son, Mike Mayetta Jr. in the number 3. Barry Babb back out evidently just to try the car as he had mechanical failure in heat number 1. And it's Tommy Oliver in the number 63. Heat number 2. Late model sportsman division. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear. Says hold it even. Johnson and Rule, and the green is out. Gary Johnson with a slight advantage. Here comes Chris Rule hard on the outside. Gary Johnson in the 53, Chris Rule in the 14. Then comes Paul Johnson, Bobby Randall, Bobby Babb, and Mike Johnson. Gary Johnson has the point, has all kinds of pressure now. Chris Rule on the high side, Paul Johnson to the low side. High point men in the late model division. Also out on the tail end of this one, it's Bobby Libby in the number 34. My guess would be mechanical problems. We got the 34 out here a little late. Continues to be Gary Johnson. Chris Rule gets it out of the groove, has to back out of it just a little bit. Paul Johnson continues to pressure the number 53. On the move on the outside, it is Mike Johnson in the 33. The 92 champion in the late model division, halfway point. High Point man going at it, bumper to bumper and wheel to wheel. Bobby Randall now up to challenge for that second place position. Randall, a 4-time track champion, is behind the wheel of the number 91. Paul Johnson continues to work that outside groove. Flagman indicates just 2 laps to go. Gary Johnson, your leader, but he has a mirror full of Bob Randall, and he has Paul Johnson coming on the outside. Talk about racing in rush hour traffic. You've got it. Side by side, bumper to bumper, white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Gary Johnson doing a nice job in the number 53 with all kinds of power at his back bumper, looking for a place to go. Checkered flag is down. Gary Johnson, Bobby Randall, too close to call. Mike Johnson and Paul Johnson, it looked like Bobby Babb. We'll wait for the official call. Jr. The number 46, Reno Neto. Donnie Morse making his first appearance of 93 in the number 75. Jeff Bridges in the number 35. The 15 is driven by Don Tapley Jr. The 31, Adam Moore. The number 2, first time out, Forrest Boucher Jr. out of Buxton, Maine. Rookie making his first appearance. And Rick Tibbetts in the number 1. Once again, this is the Limited Sportsman semi-feature. These cars do not have enough points as of yet to get into those qualifying heats and try to qualify for a spot in the main event. So they're looking to accumulate points and get to run up in those qualifying heats. Looking for a start. Junior Niles looks him over. Coming into turn number 4, and the green is out. Beaver Norton in the number 38. Here comes David Raymond in the number 3. As he takes a look to the outside of the number 38. Beaver Norton shows the way. Jimmy Culprit in the 3rd place position. Steve Perry in 4th. Challenge is for second. Jim Culprit Jr. in the number 99, looking for racing room beneath the number 3 of David Raymond. He finds it and will take over that runner-up position. That drops David Raymond back to 3rd. Steve Perry is 4th. And in the 5th place position, it's Paul Holstrom. Problems on the number 64. 64 driven by Troy Graffo. He will take the 64 back to pit road, and his evening is a short one. Meanwhile, Beaver Norton shows away problems on the number 27. Steve Perry's car nearly shuts down, and that will evidently require him to take it back to the garage area. Black flag going out to the number 2. And the 27 unable to get the car back to pit road as that car stalls over at the top of turns 1 and 2. Wheel off the 27. Handle everything from the preparation to the finishing off and backfilling. Good folks to do business with, so remember the Mayetta Foundation Company. Right now, we're ready to give it a try again. Limited Sportsman semi-feature. Beaver Norton on the pole. Jimmy Culprit to his outside, and the green is out. Beaver Norton jumps into a quick lead. David Raymond quickly dives beneath the number 99, trying to take over that 2nd place position. And he does. David Raymond races to 2nd. Drops Jimmy Culprit back to 3rd. Paul Holstrom goes 4th. And in 5th place position is Robert Bodwell in the number 56. Beaver Norton with an impressive run in his number 38. Quickly puts distance on the rest of this field. Donnie Morris in the number 75, making his first appearance for 1993. They're coming to the halfway point. Rather comfortable lead for Beaver Norton in the 38, followed by David Raymond, Jimmy Copeland, Paul Holstrom. Now a challenge for that 5th place position. Robert Bodwell in the 56, Donnie Morris in the 75. Battle for 5th, Donnie Morris puts a fender ahead. Robert Bodwell right back to challenge on the low side. Morse takes it over, spin by the number 3. He gets the car around, and the drivers do a nice job of avoiding the number 3 of David Raymond. He gets the car back underway, and they stay green. And the sum result of all that is, I think Beaver Norton just kind of stretched out his lead a little bit more on the rest of this limited sportsman semi-feature field. Spin by the number 31 down at the low side of turn number 1. And that will bring out the caution flag. Semi-feature just beyond the halfway point. Once again, it will be Beaver Norton in the 38, Jimmy Culpert in the number 99. They will bring the field to turn number 4. The green comes out. Beaver Norton will reestablish himself as the man to catch. Norton quickly gets the jump on the rest of this limited sportsman field. Paul Holstrom runs second. Donnie Morse tangles with the number 99. They hook bumpers. 99 of Jimmy Culpert, the 75 of Donnie Morse. Bumpers hooked together, and that will require the caution flag. And possibly some wrecker assistance. Also Jason Fowler from the number 33 team. Right now, Flagman says we're ready to try to get this thing back to green flag racing. Jimmy Culpert returns from a quick visit to pit road. Green comes out at turn 4. Donnie Morse also returns from pit road. Once again, it's Beaver Norton at the point, followed by Paul Holstrom. Then comes David Raymond, Robert Bodwell, and now Kurt Bean in the number 42. Starter indicates 2 laps to go. Challenge is for second. David Raymond on the move. White flag comes out. Paul Holstrom in the number 58. Looking to hold off David Raymond in the number 3. Checkered flag comes down. Beaver Norton will grab the semi-feature, followed by Paul Holstrom, David Raymond, Robert Bodwell, and Kurt Bean. Your top 5. On the count of 3 with those 4 most famous words in auto racing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines. 30 laps on tap, Super Sportsman. Sponsored in part by the Forest City Chevrolet Company, located on Brighton Avenue in Portland. Forest City Chevrolet providing bonuses to the first and second place finisher now for the second year here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway in this Super Sportsman division. Right now we have the all clear from flagman Eddie Walsh. Russ Johnson back after a quick visit to pit road. Once again, all clear. Pace car will make its way onto the infield pit road. Mitch Brown in the 04. Doug Shores in the 51 will bring the field to turn number 4. Green is out. Mitch Brown with a slight advantage as they cross the stripe, race down into turn 1 side by side. Doug Shores puts a fender ahead on the backstretch. Down into turn number 3. Continues to be Shores by a fender. Here comes Mitch Brown back on the inside. They cross the stripe. Doug Shores by a bumper. Continues to be Doug Shores with a slight advantage as they work the backstretch. Shores in the number 51 on the outside. Mitch Brown fighting back on the low side. Doug Shores will take it over. Continues to be a battle as Mitch Brown once again ducks to the low side. Takes a look beneath the number 51. Cars 3 wide. Problems on the number 25 of McClure. Suspension down on the tire. He takes it on a pit road, as does Jerome Bushy. Problems early for a couple of our competitors. Meanwhile, it continues to be Doug Shores with a slight advantage over Mitch Brown. Then comes Mark Field in the 3rd place position. Danny Palmer races to 4th, and Phil Weeks rounds out the top 5. Attempting a 2-car breakaway at the front as Shores and Brown put some distance on the rest of this field. Jimmy Emerson beneath the number 5 of Dave Bath. They go at it side by side for the 6th place position. Richard Belton looking for racing room as are Willie Elliott and Kevin Durkin. For that 6th place position, Jimmy Emerson continues to go at it wheel to wheel with Dave Bath in the number 5. And right behind them is Richard Pelton in the 27. The 92 champion Kevin Durgan in the number 7. Willie Elliott, and here comes Tim Maloney and Donnie Colbert. So the heavy hitters looking for racing room about halfway back through the pack now. Brian McClure and Jerome Bushy back from a quick visit to pit road, but unfortunately lapsed down to the rest of the field now as they experience problems early on. Tangle in turn number 1. Cars come together. Ed Strong and Tim Wing. That will require the caution flag as Wing is unable to refire the 92. Field will have to get on the brakes and scatter to either side of the number 92. Contact there between the 92 and the number 10. Well, right now we have 10 laps down. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear. Doug Shores this time from the inside, Mitch Brown from the outside. They are under green. Doug Shores with the advantage down into turn number 1. Mark Field right up to challenge for that 2nd place position as he works beneath the 04 of Mitch Brown. Side by side, right straight back from position 2, right back through 3/4 of this field. Phil Weeks on the move now as he moves to challenge for position number 3. Also Jimmy Emerson up to join that top 5. Doug Shores working himself out to about a 10-car length lead over Mark Field in the number 72. Mitch Brown getting way wide and with it losing a ton of positions. Find a way to get down into that second groove down into the Boston plotted ground. The 93 of Danny Palmer gets out of shape and ends up out in the third groove on the backstretch, and now a tangle on the backstretch as the 18 of Jerome Bushy and the 04 came together. Perhaps a tire cut down on the number 18. A little hard to tell, but still moving down off the back of turn 4. Caution flag will come out. Also Russ Reed, he will rejoin things, but the 18 unable to continue. He sits down off turn number 4, and that, well, right now flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear as they glance over to the flag stand. Once again, 15 laps down. Looking for a start at turn 4. We have it. Doug Shores shows the way. Phil Weeks trying to take over the runner-up position, and he's going to do it. Here comes Donnie Culprit right up the inside to position number 3. Keep your eyes on that number 14. Very, very quick in practice late this afternoon. Caution flag once again. Car off turn number 4. That's been the difficult corner. That's the 03 of Steve Howard. Stalled off turn number 4, the reason for this caution. Well, we have 16 laps down. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear. The pace car will duck onto the infield pit road. At turn 4, we look for green, and we have it. Doug Shores once again with the advantage. As the challenge now from Phil Weeks to the outside, Donnie Culprit to the inside. Here comes Phil Weeks mounting a challenge as he draws it even down into turn number 3. Cars stacked up bumper to bumper and wheel to wheel. Top 12 go at it side by side. Doug Shores with the number 51 shows the way. Donnie Culprit trying to take it over from the low side for position number 2, and he will do it. Cars are sideways in turn 4. Jimmy Emerson sideways with the number 2. He sits at the low side of turn number 4, unable to refire the car. That will once again require the caution flag. Jimmy Emerson unable to refire the number 2 in time. Well, we have 18 laps down. Cars staging on the backstretch. All clear from Eddie Walsh atop the flag stand. And once again, Doug Shores will be tested as his single file lead is gone away, and this time he has the current point leader to his outside. We have the green flag. Doug Shores, Donnie Culprit go at it side by side through turn 1 to turn 2 on the backstretch. Doug Shores with the advantage. Shores your leader, then comes Don Culprit in the number 14. Phil Weeks now with all kinds of pressure from Richard Pelton in the 27 and Willie Elliott in the 08. Tight battle for that 3rd and 4th place position. Phil Weeks has Richard Pelton trying to the outside. Here comes Willie Elliott to the low side. As Weeks goes a little wide, that puts Pelton out in the 3rd groove. They play a little bumper tag through 1 and 2, and the drivers do a nice job of handling that. And in that jockeying, Pelton comes out on the short end of it as he goes from 3rd to about 6th. And with it at the front, Donnie Culprit gets under the number 51 to take over the point. So your new leader working in lap number 23. Current point leader, Donnie Culprit in the number 14. Cars tangle in turn number 4. Richard Pelton and Phil Weeks got together. Tim Wing gets it sideways once again in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and once again that will require the caution flag. Steve Howard, of course, experiencing problems tonight and on pit road, so Donnie Culprit able to take an advantage here in the point standing. Flagman Eddie Walton says we're ready. At turn 4, green is out. Doug Shores from the outside gets the jump and reestablishes himself as the leader. So how quickly things get turned around. Doug Shores with just a surge of power on the start, able to get out and around Donnie Culprit. Culprit to second, Willie Elliott is third, then comes Kevin Durgan and Dave Bath. Doug Shores with a strong jump at the start. Looking for his second main event of the 93 season in this Forest City Chevrolet Super Sportsman Series. Turning down around the 16-4 bracket. Good time here in the Super Sportsman division. Flagman Eddie Walsh indicates just 2 laps to go. Top 2 have broken away, put a little distance on third place competitor, Willie Elliott. Donnie Culprit now right up to the back bumper of the number 51. Will make a charge to the outside. Here comes Donnie Culprit. White flag is down. Will it be Doug Shores hanging on in the Ford, or will it be the number 14 of Donnie Culprit? Culprit with his bumper right under the number 51. As they exit turn 4, the checkered flag is down. Doug Shores hangs on to take it over Don Culprit, Willie Elliott, Kevin Durgan, and Dave Bath rounds out the top 5. Well, the surprise tonight was the strength of that number 51 on the restart. And down to collect the colors, ready to make his parade lap. Young man out of Falmouth, Maine, driving the Ford Thunderbird, sponsored in part by Roe Ford, along with Keniston Enterprises, G&R Automotive, Will Shore Farms, also by Ricky Racing Collectibles. And an outstanding run once again by the rookie and current point leader in this division in the number 14, Donnie Culprit. And always the hard charger, finishing in third place tonight, Willie Elliott in the Moody Racing number 08. Well, we're going to have an opportunity to hear from this young man who returns the colors to the flagman. Just a moment or two.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Victory Lane, Doug Shores. Congratulations, Doug.
Thanks a lot. I guess it's my other night. I've been running here for 4 years, and I won 3 of the 4 years I've been here on my other nights. So I guess a lot goes our way on those nights. But it was a tough run. I'm surprised to get back on the point after getting bounced off. But I got to thank my sponsors, Roe Ford and G&R Automotive and Ricky Racing Collectibles and the crew. They do a great job, and longtime friend of mine, Keith Jackson, gave us a good hand this week, and it's been well worth it.
Well, as you said, Maeda Construction's today's sponsors. We've got Neil Maeda with first place trophy. Neil?
Congratulations. Hell of a job.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Shores. Some money, dig deep for that 50-50 ticket. If you've got the lucky ticket, you'll be taking home $531.
From South Portland, the Damon and Malone number 3, Mike Mayetta Jr. Then comes Gary Johnson in the 53. The 14, Chris Rule. The 35, Paul Johnson. Bob Randall in the 91. Bobby Babb in the number 4. Mike Mayetta Sr. in the 13. Mike Johnson in the 33. Tim Land in the 16. Dave Culpert in the 8. And Tommy Oliver in the 63. At turn 4, green is out. Scott Watts with a slight advantage. Barry Babb gets below the number 41. They go at it side by side for the runner-up position. Babb on the low side. Gary Pulsifer on the outside. Still side by side. The battle is, the 41 spins at the top of turn number 1. Gary Pulsifer keeps it underway. The field stays green. Another car in trouble off the top of turn number 3, the 14, Chris Rule. Hard to tell just what happened to the 14, but the caution flag will come out as the 14 appears to be having difficulty getting back underway. Possibly a tire down. Looks like the suspension down on the left front. Two laps recorded on the leaderboard. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear. Looking for a start at turn 4. Watts and Babb bring them to turn 4 and the green is out. Barry Babb with a slight advantage from the outside. Scott Watts right back to challenge. Andy Lude looking for room down low. Thought of making it 3 wide and then thought better of it. Scott Watts with the advantage from the inside. Barry Babb not wanting to give it up. He has Andy Lude now down to the low side. They go at it side by side. Here comes Babb with a challenge on the outside. Watts spins down at the low side of 1 and 2. The 33 gets turned about in that. Another car over the bank and the caution flag will prevail once again. Have a car or two down over the bank. I guess 2 cars, and we could not tell who they were. I think the 16 of Tim Land, he's back underway. And the 41, Gary Pulsifer. Well, we're getting this one in a little at a time. 3 laps down now. Once again, Scott Watts and Barry Babb on the front row. They will bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. Watts on the inside, Babb to the outside. They go side by side on the backstretch. Babb puts a bumper ahead. They bring it to turn 4, still side by side. Cross the stripe side by side. Neither driver wanting to let go of that front row position. Barry Babb with a slight advantage. Here comes Watts back on the inside. Wheel to wheel across the stripe again. You can't ask for it to be much closer than that. Barry Babb once again will put a fender ahead down into turn number 3. Barry Babb continues to lead by a fender over Scott Watts. Watts fights back. They go at it. Fender to fender. Andy Lude waiting in that 3rd place position. Cars tangle out of turn number 2. Everybody from position 2 on back has to back out of it. Barry Babb does a nice job of hanging on to the 0. Now he has Andy Lude to his low side. Babb gets it back in line at position number 3. What a nice job of driving by young Barry Babb. As he hangs on to the 0 as it gets sideways on the backstretch. With it, he loses a position, then one more. Now on the move on the outside, Butch Buzzle in the number 5. Buzzle takes a look to the outside of Rick Furnett in the 54. Meanwhile, back up front, Andy Lew took a look to the inside of the F80, just couldn't find the room and had to back out of it. Tight competition. Butch Buzzle still working the outside. Andy Lew again looks beneath the 80. Can't quite find the room. Still working down low. The F80 gets a little wide. Here comes Andy Lew. Into challenge race leader Scott Watts. They go side by side. Now Lude puts a fender ahead down into turn number 3. Barry Babb now working beneath the F80. Scott Watts gets out a little wide. Butch Buzzle sticks the nose in, has to back out of it. Nearly 3 wide there on the backstretch. Andy Lew working himself out to about an 8-car length lead, now 10-car length lead over Barry Babb. Things getting mighty tight from position 2 on back. Rick Furnett now will take a look to the outside of Barry Babb. Scott Watts goes wide once again. Butch Buzzle takes advantage of that. Rick Furnett making a bid for that second place position. Andy Lew just running away and putting himself into a comfortable lead over the rest of the field. Barry Babb hanging on to that second place position. He has now not only Rick Furnett, but Mike Mayetta Jr. Butch Buzzle, Bobby Babb, Mike Johnson. Things are heating up. We are at the halfway point. Mike Mayetta Jr. now will take a bid to the outside of Barry Babb. Puts a fender ahead down into turn number 3. Has Mike Johnson till things tangle in turn number 3. Involved there, requiring the caution flag. We have a car down on the low side of turn 3. Butch Buzzle and off the high side. The 35 of Paul Johnson involved, the number 5 of Butch Buzzle. And with that caution, of course, goes the rather comfortable lead enjoyed by Andy Lew. Already a winner earlier this year. Barry Babb looking for his first main event at turn 4. Green is out. Andy Lew gets the quick jump. Mike Mayetta Jr. right up the inside to take over the runner-up position. Here comes Bobby Babb up to position 3. Mike Mayetta Jr. dives to the inside of the number 56 and takes over the lead. With it, he brings Bobby Babb along. Bobby Babb now challenging for that runner-up position. Babb gets the edge on Andy Lew. Mike Mayetta Sr. also running that inside groove, as is Mike Johnson. They have the 56 of Andy Lew hung on the outside, and he is going to have to get back in line at position number 5. Young Mike Mayetta in the number 3, putting some distance now on Bobby Babb. Bobby Babb has all kinds of pressure from Mike Mayetta Sr. and Mike Johnson. Working in lap number 24 of this 35-lap event. Mike Mayetta Sr. looking to take over the runner-up position from the outside. Brings Mike Johnson with him. second late model Sportsman main event of the year. It is a father-son team with the son showing the way right now. Mike Mayetta Jr. in the lead with the number 3, his father, Mike Mayetta Sr. in second place with the number 13. Then comes the defending champion of this division, Mike Johnson, in third place. Bobby Babb runs fourth, and Andy Lou rounds out the top 5. About a .57 interval, a little over half a second interval between the race leader and the second place competitor. 5 laps to go now. Interval is stretched to a little over .6. So young Mike Mayetta hanging on to his advantage over the second place competitor, who happens to be his father and of course a former track champion. Interval continues to be a little over a half second, so thus far, young Mike Mayetta maintaining his advantage. Mike Johnson trying to rein in the number 13. Flagman indicates it will be 2 to go next time by, and they will have a lap car to deal with, the number 8 of David Culper. Interval closed a little bit now, as young Mike Mayetta will have to deal with the slower car. He had to slack up, and a spin in turn number 4. The 0 of Barry Babb is turned about facing traffic on the low side of turn number 4, and with that, caution flag will prevail once again. And gone is that single file lead for young Mike Mayetta. To his outside, his dad, Mike Mayetta Sr. Gotta be a unique story here, right? Well, if you are rooting for the young generation, you're gonna root for the number 3. If you're gonna root for that little bit older generation, I guess you're gonna root for the 13. They're gonna bring it side by side to turn 4, and the green is out. Young Mike Mayetta with the advantage as they cross the stripe. Here comes Mike Johnson and Bobby Babb. Mike Mayetta Sr. trying to gather it up and mount a challenge to his son. White flag will come out. Mike Johnson looking for room down low. They are in their last lap. Mike Johnson now updraws it even with Mike Mayetta Sr. trying to take over that runner-up position, and he does. So Mike Johnson between the father-son team. Checkered flag down. Mike Mayetta Jr. Then Mike Johnson, Mike Mayetta Sr. And too close to call, the 4 and the 56. They show the 4 in the 4th place position, the 56 Andy Lude in the 5th place position. What a finish. Well, Mike Johnson gets in there to get in that family affair that we had at positions 1 and 2. Picking up the colors, ready to make his parade lap, young Mike Mayetta Jr. grabs his second feature event. So it's the father-son team who have captured 2 feature events apiece. Fine run. You can see why Mike Johnson is a track champion here in the number 33, as he got by the 13 to capture the runner-up position. And of course, always a hard charger in the number 13, Mike Mayetta Sr. Well, it's going to be a family affair down in Victory Lane, as of course it is the Mayetta family sponsoring tonight. And I don't think this has happened before, that they've had 2 of the family members in the top 3. Young Mike Mayetta returns the colors to flagman Eddie Walsh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Victory Lane for his second feature win of 1993, Mike Mayetta Jr. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, you found the underneath side of Andy Lude and took it to your advantage and kept first place.
Yeah, you know, I got to thank the crew. I mean, look at the cars, beat up, every body panel on it's bent. Barry Meserve, Fred Sawyer, Scott Richards, Joey Campbell. They do a tremendous job. I got to thank some of my sponsors, Damon Malone, Steve Damon, Scarborough Auto Parts, High Torque Racing Engines, Bob Bailey puts a hell of a motor under us. Main Lubrication Service, Pleasant Hill Auto Sales. I got to thank them all.
Well, Neil Maetta's here with a first place trophy. Neil?
Great job, Mikey. I'll tell you what, it's a good job.
We also got a $50 gift contingency that your father has picked up twice. This goes to you for first place from Big A Auto Parts.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank all your fans that show up every week. You make it a great, you know, it's good for us to come out here and put on a show for all you guys. Keep coming. We'll put on the good shows for you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Maetta Jr. Send it back topside to Bruce Elder. Bruce?
Okay, Dave, we have the Limited Sportsman waiting on deck. And they are well capable of giving us the same kind of exciting finish that we've had from both the Super Sportsman and the Late Model Sportsman. Scott Gucci in the number 48. The 92, Andy Gayu. The 98, Dave Jackson. The 55, Todd Fitz. The 95, Dave Lafano. In the number 83, Donnie Whitten. Larry Vos in the 67, Ryan Shepard in the 34, Alton Reserve in the 08. The number 12, Tim Gendron. The 82, Chuck Willoughby. The 03, Keith Lovejoy. Billy Panett in the number 6. Dennis Quinn in the 06. Ed Gallant in the 13. The 24, Danny Bubar. Jeff Severance in the 28. Willie Boucher in the 14, and we're ready for green. Jackie Roussel shows the way. Wayne Poland right up the inside. Then comes Alan Burby. Tango in turn number 4. We have cars going every which way. Cars hung up on both the infield side and the high side of turn 4. That will put the field under caution. The 06 of Dennis Quinn, sponsored in part by Big A Auto Parts, along with Quinn Insulation Contractors. We'll get the rest of these little by little, but right now we're ready to get this thing underway. Flagman says hold it even. At turn 4, the green is out. Jackie Roussel once again. Wayne Poland races to second. Then comes the 81 of Tom Huff. A lot of pressure from Alan Burby. Joe Grant rounds out the top 5. Cars tangle in between turns 1 and 2, and so far they handle that 3-wide racing pretty well. 2-car breakaway at the front. Jackie Roussel and Wayne Poland. Tom Huff hanging on to position number 3, but now he will relinquish that to Alan Burby. As he moves to the outside, he opens up that inside groove for Joe Grant, Andy Gayu, and the rest of the field. Ed Gallant back from a visit to pit road. Gonna find it hard to get back in line. Top 3 now have broken away. We have a 2-car race. Oh, a tangle between 3 and 4. Cars stacked up on the low side of turn number 3. Scatter over the bank, and that will require the caution flag once again. Cars involved there looks to be the 81, once again, of rookie Tom Huff, along with the number 94 of current point leader Dennis Hall. Looks like the 70 involved there, Jeff Morgan. Some heavy front end damage here to the 14 of Willie Boucher. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear. 4 laps down, ready for a start. Green is out. Jackie Roussel once again with the number 19 will show the way, followed by Wayne Poland. Alan Burraby in third. Andy Gayu races to fourth. The battle is for fifth. Here comes Todd Fitz on the outside. Rookie Todd Fitz has the 5th place, but all kinds of challenge now from Donnie Whitten. Fitz gets sideways out of turn number, well, down the middle of the front stretch, right down into turn number 1. And another tangle here. Steve Berry gets the number 7 around. Everybody stays underway. We have cars off the top of turn number 1, but they keep moving. We stay green. Top 4 in a bit of a breakaway now. Another car off. It's Chuck Willoughby to the low side of turn number 3. He keeps it moving. Once again, top 4 have broken away. The battle is for 5th. Todd Fitz working to the outside of Donnie Whitten. They go at it side by side. Fitz with the advantage on the backstretch to take the 5th place position. Youngster in his rookie year here in this limited division. Former Wildcat competitor. Three-way battle being waged for 6. Donnie Whitten, Tim Genren, and Ryan Shepard. Cars off over the top of turns 3 and 4. We have one of them back. That's Steve Berry in the number 7. Dennis Hall in the 94. Not a good night for the current point leader in this division. Three wide racing through turn 4. Somehow they get away with that. Top 5 have literally driven away. Jackie Roussel continues to be your leader, followed by Wayne Poland, Alan Burraby, Andy Gayu, and Todd Fitz, your top 5. Then a pretty good gap back to the 6th place competitor, who is now Tim Genren. Then comes Donnie Whitten in 7th. Side-by-side battle for 8th. Ryan Shepard going to get the advantage on the low side. Then Dennis Quinn and Dave Jackson rounds out the top 10. I'm sure Steve Berry and Dennis Hall are hoping for a caution because they are just ahead of the leaders, nearly a lap down. Coming to the halfway point, 15 down, 15 to go. Ryan Shepard goes way wide and apparently headed right on a pit road. Car to the low side of turn number 4 will bring out the caution flag once again. 82 of Chuck Willoughby, unable to get that car back underway. We are right at the halfway point, 15 laps down, 15 to go. Once again, Jackie Roussel will have to square off with Wayne Poland on the front line as they bring the field down through turn 3. Flagman says hold it even. They come to turn 4 and the green is out. Once again, Jackie Roussel with the advantage in the number 19. Wayne Poland to 2nd. Alan Burraby is 3rd. Todd Fitz is 4th. Now Donnie Whitten takes over position number 5. And it is a side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel battle, right straight back through the rest of the field. Jackie Roussel doing a fine job with the number 19. Say the black flag is for the number 67 of Larry Vos. Some fluid being spilled from that car. Continues to be Jackie Roussel, your race leader. Wayne Polk, Alan Burby, Todd Fitz, Donnie Whitten. Things continue to heat up from that 5th place position on back. Larry Vos picked up that black flag. We'll have to take it on pit road to try to see what's wrong. Something leaking from that number 67. Outstanding run by sophomore driver Jackie Roussel in the 19. Top 4 have literally pulled away. But the situation for that 5th place competitor, Donnie Whitten, continues to heat up as he has a mirror full of the 98 of Dave Jackson. As cars stacked right up in a file of 2s at his rear bumper. Andy Gayu in the 92. Mike Field in the 88. Both looking for racing room down low, as is Wayne Whitten in the outside row. Almost 3 wide there. Dave Lofano in the 95. Tim Genrin in the 12. They continue to battle side by side, bumper to bumper, and wheel to wheel. Young Donnie Whitten continues to withstand all kinds of pressure to hang on to that 5th place position. 3 wide racing now through turn number 4. Andy Gayu gets bumped out into the 3rd groove, and they tangle down into turn number 1. 3 wide racing, very, very difficult to make work. And once again, the caution flag will rule as we have several cars disabled. The 92 of Andy Gayu. Flagman gives the drivers the all clear now as they glance over from the backstretch. Once again, Jackie Roussel. Wayne Polk will bring the field to turn 4 as we look for a start. Green is out. And once again, Jackie Roussel jumps in a lead down into turn 1 to turn 2. Wayne Poland to 2nd. Todd Fitz has moved to 3rd. Alan Burraby is 4th, and the battle shapes up once again for that 5th place position. Once again in the hands of Donnie Whitten in the 83. Flagman indicates next time around it will be just 2 to go. Young Jackie Roussel will see that he needs to lead just 2 more circuits in order to capture his first ever limited Sportsman main event. Wayne Poland knows that he has about a lap and a half to find a way around the 19. Todd Fitz in his rookie year. We'll see the white flag come out as he holds on to position number 3. Jackie Roussel goes a little wide. Wayne Poland looks to the inside. They come to turn number 3. Roussel will hang on to it. Checkered flag in the air. Jackie Roussel, Wayne Poland, Todd Fitz, Alan Burby, and Mike Field sneaks in the inside to capture that 5th place position. So a bit of history, I guess you would say. Always memorable when a driver captures his first ever feature event in a new division. And this young man has done just that as he is down to collect the colors. And a fine run by Wayne Poland in the 00 in the runner-up position. And this young rookie in the number 55 with his best finish yet. Young Todd Fitz captures 3rd place position. Jackie Roussel will make his parade lap. And the youngster decides to honor the 92 champion, Alan Kulwicki, with what Alan Kulwicki termed the Polish victory lap that many of you will remember. And what a nice gesture by the youngster in the number 19 as he remembers the 92 champion with his first ever victory. And once again, outstanding run by Wayne Poland. The runner-up position, Todd Fitz. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that when this young man gets out, you'll let him know that you appreciate his touch of class. And let's go trackside now to Dave Sturgis.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Roussel. Congratulations, Jackie.
Thank you.
How's it feel to pick up your first victory of 1993?
Feels excellent. And thanks to the crew, with all the sponsors. It's been a good year compared to last year. And I hope I get more of these at the end of the year. I'd like to thank Charlie's Auto Transport, Prompto 10-minute oil change, Andrew's Home Improvement, and GNR Automotive. You've been a big help, thanks.
Could have been a better night to pick up your first victory of 1993, Maeta Construction Night. We've got Neil Maeta of Maeta Construction to present the first place trophy. Neil.
Great job. Toughest class out here. You did a hell of a job. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Roussel. We'll send it back topside to Bruce Elder. Bruce.
Okay, thank you. Waiting on deck, the Wildcats for their feature event of the evening. Get this one underway. Once again, Billy Meserve and Chris Warming will bring the field to turn number 4. Green is out. Billy Meserve from the inside will show the way. Keep your eyes on the number 38 of Lyman McCaig. He is now up racing for the 4th place position. He is a 3-time winner in this division, and he is on the move. Lyman McCaig right out in the 4th groove, which we really don't have. Billy Meserve hanging onto it over the 73. So again, the 73 being driven by Jim Fitz. Then comes the 85 of Chris Warming. Lyman McCaig is 4th. Top 4 remain the same. Greg Bernier on the move on the outside. The number 23. Way up high. Top 4 remain the same. Billy Meserve, Jim Fitz, Chris Warming, Lyman McCaig. Meserve gets the 17 sideways. Does a nice job of hanging on to it. continues to hold the point. Heavy traffic now, and they get out about 3 wide out of turn number 4. Man on the move, Craig Bernia in the number 23 as he continues a march up the outside, challenging for that second place position. Now he goes to the outside of Jim Fitz. Takes a look now to the outside of race leader. And it is a 3-way battle. New leader, Craig Bernia in the number 23. Bernia just powered out and around the entire line of top 4 cars and has quickly worked himself into a rather comfortable lead over Billy Meserve. Then comes Steve Clough in the 27, Lyman McCaig in the 38, Jim Fitz in the number 73, Chris Warming in the 85, your top half dozen. Greg Bernie in the number 23. Caution flag will fly. We have 2 cars up against the backstretch wall. And another thing in these Wildcats, sometimes the lights and the flags, well, it takes just a little bit longer. Well, we get the all clear from atop the flag stand. Craig Bernia and Billy Meserve will bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. We got some 3 wide racing already out of turn number 4. Jim Fitz out there in that 3rd group looking to get himself back up into one of the front running positions. But so far, it has been all Craig Bernier in the number 23. Young man out of Westbrook, Maine, shows the way. Followed by Steve Clough in the 27. Then comes 3-time winner Lyman McCaig in the number 38. Billy Meserve in 4th place. And Jim Fitz rounds out the top 5 in the number 73. Once again, 3 wide racing. Told you it's amazing what people can do when no one has convinced them that it can be done. Flagman indicates we are coming to the halfway point. Challenge being weighed is for the 2nd place position, held by the 27 of Steve Clough. He has a lot of pressure now from Lyman McCaig in the number 38. Problems on the number 23 as he suddenly goes to the outside. Drops it right back in and hangs on to his lead. Appeared to slow there just a little bit, but apparently just maybe maneuvering for the traffic that he is having to encounter. Evidently a tire gone on the number 23. And what a tough break as he has to take it to pit road. And that will hand the lead over to the number 27 of Steve Clough. And the ever-present Lyman McCaig stalking the number 27. Traffic jam back around position number 3. 5 laps to go this time by. Spin by the number 73, gets it sideways and back again. Something dragging on the number 3. He'll have to take it right on the pit road. Caution flag will fly once again. Looked like some fire from beneath the number 3. And they want to allow the fire crew to get on a pit road and lend assistance if it is needed. Steve Clough on the pole. Lyman McKay. Problems on one of the cars. He takes it right onto the infield. Green flag is out. Steve Clough out of Wells holding the point. He will have to withstand the pressure from Lyman McKay. Billy Meserve gets the number 17 turned about, and the drivers do a nice job of avoiding him. And he is trying to refire the car. It appears that he will do so. Back at the point, it continues to be Steve Clough, followed by the 38 of Lyman McKay, the number 7. That is Joseph Hennessy. Then comes Jim Fitz. Well, the lead gets swapped around as cars tangle, and with it Steve Clough gets turned about. Also Billy Meserve now gets turned about along with the number 7. And it's going to be a little hard to tell as to who is going to survive. But once again, Lyman McKay, followed by Jim Fitz and Michael Nest, unofficially top 3. And somehow McKay prevails once again. We said unpredictable. Well, no exaggeration, right? The unpredictable Wildcats. But once again, Lyman McKay prevails, grabbing his 4th feature event of 1993. Down to collect the colors. Looks like people forego the traditional victory lap. And let's go trackside once again to Dave Sturgis. Dave.
Well, it's number 4 for 1993. Last year's champion in the Wildcat division, Lyman McKay. Lyman, congratulations. Well, I guess the big question is, it's about time to get yourself behind the limited, right?
It's about time. Money. It just takes a lot of money to get from the limited.
We got our first place trophy from Maeda Foundation. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lyman McKay.
Once again, we're glad that you chose to spend the evening with us here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. And we hope that you'll make it a habit to be right back here with us each and every Saturday night as we present short track racing at its very best.